Hi, good afternoon. Welcome back to my channel. What a weekend it's been. Uh, Busy on Friday with networks, having fun with my social groups. So, yeah, it's been a fantastic weekend, and I welcome you all back into a new week and a new month, essentially. August. Wow, time flies. Today, I had a thought about boundaries, and I don't think that we always understand or properly explain what we mean by setting boundaries. When you set boundaries, this is only to, in the sense of self preservation. We so often have the perception that when you love someone, you have to be there all the time and give everything you own and everything you are for this person you love or to whichever cause. And this is quite often not the wisest way to go, because offering everything opens you up to abuse, quite simply and frankly. There are people who want everything and you're willing to offer it. They, in most cases, will respond in kind, only to a limit. So they will, for instance, reward you for good behavior, for giving as much as you do. And until you stop giving, and we all know, then they disappear or they attack. So, for your own preservation, a good lesson I've learned from scuba diving is, even though you have a buddy and you are responsible for yourself and your buddy, you're first responsible to yourself and for yourself. This means, should you have surplus and should you be ready and strong enough and willing to help, by all means, please do. But if the last bit you have left is just enough to keep yourself going, keep it and keep yourself going, because you are no good to anyone if you're not okay. Look after yourself, practice self-care, keep yourself going. And that very last bit you so wish to give to someone because you don't want to see suffering in this world, first see your own suffering. Take care of yourself. This may sound very, very selfish, and it's not. Because if you are in a good position, if you're strong, if you're capable, if you're financially comfortable, you're in a good position to assist and to help others where it's needed. But if not, there's no point in giving away your last jacket. Absolutely no point. And remember, the people out there will probably take as much as you will give. They will never say, "Oh no, are you okay? First look after yourself, this and that." No, people who need help, they need that help immediately and they need all of it. So this is not to be difficult towards those who need the help. It is self-preservation. Once you are financially stable and comfortable, then you're available and you'll have time and you'll have the resources available to assist someone when they do need the help. So boundaries, always set boundaries. And you'll understand also, you know, in our more mature age, we probably lived, like I did, probably lived a life giving absolutely everything for everyone, saving the entire world because we so desperately want to be loved. Understand where this comes from. Understand that you were looking for external validation. You were looking for external love. You were not necessarily looking to save the world. You were looking for validation. and approval. And this is a very, very bitter pill to swallow, but such is life. So you'll also note, if you now suddenly set boundaries, if you suddenly say, no, wait, I'm taking care of myself first. I'll get to you guys when I get to you, but for now, I am the priority. You will see many doors close. You will lose friends. You will lose family members because that bottomless pit is dry now. The endless supply is gone, and they'll have to move on to where they can get the new supply. So boundaries, setting boundaries in a later stage in life is very, very difficult. It is painful and it is sad because you'll lose some of the people you most treasure. But on the end of the day, I'm not too fond of that saying, you will see the fruits of your labor in the future. It'll make such a difference when you realize, but I am the priority. No one else just yet, only me. Because life becomes a lot more clear and a lot more manageable when you know who you are depending on. And if it's yourself, that's perfectly fine. You will know where you stand. You'll know yourself better. You'll make better decisions, especially on the financial front. And you'll make a better friend because you'll be honest. It's not always good to be brutally honest, but it helps because you won't leave any space for further abuse and for further sponging, or to be just open, like an open shopping center without any prices. Everything's for free. There is no such thing as a free-for-all in this world. And once we understand that and look after ourselves first, then we can assist someone else. And yes, there are little freebies and there are people who helps and people who really have the betterment of mankind in mind. Not many, but there are. But then they are also not a bottomless pit. They have boundaries. So when they don't speak to clients after business hours, I would say that's a good idea. That'll give you some time for peace and calm at night to wind down and relax and be in a better mood in the morning. More boundaries, for instance, if you, for the sake of friends, joined a group, for instance, where you're not comfortable, but you sacrifice that time for a friend, that's a lovely gesture. But first think, how does it impact my world, my life? Am I absolutely anxious for that once a week meeting? And I don't sleep 2 days ahead of time, and I'm uncomfortable. I don't want to be there, but I'm forced to be there. Set the boundary. Just say, no, my peace and quiet, my happiness is more important than pleasing others. So yeah, this is a heavy message though. So well, that's my message for today, and I hope it makes sense. And I hope you have a fantastic week and a fantastic August. Cheers. Take care.